Dana Cullen on piano and Jill Haley on oboe and English horn. We are really happy to be back here at Trinity Lutheran doing a recital. I've done several of them here, and perhaps Dana did maybe when she was a little younger. When she was in high school, I think sometimes my family came down the Cullens and we did some music here. But we're really glad to be back to share with you today. So for the last several years, I've spent quite a bit of time exploring different national parks, often living in them as an artist in residence, which means I get to stay there for an extended amount of time while I'm creating my art, in this case, writing music about the nature scenes. So today's program, you're going to see some photos and perhaps some videos of some of the images that inspired the music. Today's theme, I decided to go with waters of our national park. I love water, and I picked 6 pieces that are written about water in different national parks. So we're going to start with a visit to Glacier National Park, which is in Montana, and we're going to hear Rain on Huckleberry Mountain. And a quick story about this piece is when I got to Glacier, it was for a month-long residency. It was a little drizzly, and the superintendent of the park said, "Don't worry, it'll clear up. You know, it's only going to rain a little bit." 28 days later, it rained every day. It was just a nonstop rain and snow. You're going to see some snow images today too. So the water was the gift that I was given from the park to create the music. So a lot of the music from that park is about the water. So this is Rain on Huckleberry Mountain. So now we're going to travel to Utah, Bryce Canyon National Park, which is in the desert, and there's not a lot of water there. However, my husband and I were there several years ago taking a vacation, and we did stumble across a beautiful waterfall in the middle of the desert. And the water you crave water when you're in the middle of the desert. It was just beautiful to see it tumbling over the rocks. So this is called Tumbling Desert Waters. So we're actually going to go back to Montana, to Glacier National Park. This piece was from my very first recording called Glacier Soundscapes, which I wrote way back in 2010, 11 years ago. And this was just a vacation. This is before I had any regular routine of going to the national parks as an artist in residence. I was just there because I just wanted to see the glaciers before they melted. And I didn't see many even back then. But anyway, I did learn a little bit about the topography of that place, and the water there is very turquoise colored. And I found just astonishing, not anything like what we see when we go to the Jersey Shore or anything around here. There's sediment from the glaciers in the water, and it makes a very turquoise, beautiful color. So this is called Turquoise Cirque. A cirque is an indentation where the glacier was, so it now has a lake in it, or a pond, or some kind of water body. So this is Turquoise Cirque from Glacier Soundscapes. So my second residency was at Badlands National Park, which is in South Dakota, which has some amazing formations in rock. Perhaps some of you have been there. I often find when I do live concerts, many more people have been to these places than I would ever have imagined. But they were really sculpted or created by erosion, the water wearing down the rock over the years. So this is a piano solo piece called Sculpted by Water. And you're going to kind of hear the raindrops, you know, the water eroding the rocks. So when I was in Glacier in 2016 for my artist in residency during the very wet month of October, which, by the way, they told us was the wettest month in history at the park, it also snowed. And we had some lovely snow in the middle of October. And I went out the next morning after the snow, and every evergreen was just covered with beautiful snow, frost covered. So I wrote this piece after walking around in the beautiful evergreens called Frost-tinged Evergreens. Well, thank you for joining us on this virtual trip to some of our national parks. I think I figured out maybe at least 72 songs I've written now about the parks. I've been an artist in residence at 6 of them, and I have 2 more scheduled this year. I'm excited to go up to Acadia and also to Petrified Forest in Arizona. Fingers crossed in 2021 with traveling. But we're going to finish up today with going to Zion National Park, which is in Utah also, not too far from Bryce, which is where the Tumbling Desert Water piece was from. And this is from my second recording I did called Zion and Bryce Canyon Soundscapes. I do have 7 recordings available on Amazon if you want to put my name in there or go to my webpage, jillhaley.com. There's links there for everything. And if you're of a digital mind, all the digital stuff's up there too. So this piece, Emerald Pools Mist, is about 3 pools that are in Zion, and you walk from the biggest one to the top, middle one to the top one. It's kind of like the mama bear, the 3 pigs you think of. I'm going from the biggest to the littlest. But as you go up, there's a beautiful mist that you see that kind of just sprinkles over all the rocks. So this is Emerald Pools Mist. Thank you to Trinity for inviting us to share our music. I hope we can come back. We have lots of cool programs we can share with you if you'd like. Thank you.